All right, folks, here we are in Connecticut for Darien, Connecticut for the Icecats versus the Lady Islanders. Interesting turn of events here. We had a little bit of a technical difficulty when I recorded this, and the audio, the voice audio, my audio from the first period did not get recorded properly. So the second and third period, when you hear me speaking, it's going to be the audio recorded during the event. This first period, which is right now, is actually me sitting in my basement a few days later doing the voiceover recording. Before we get into the game, I want to say, to figure all this out, how to do it, I was expecting to buy a new microphone to do this particular thing. I went to B&H Photo in New York City, who's going to be the first sponsor of today's program, B&H Photo. Went to B&H Photo and was expecting to spend about $250 to do what I needed to do. I talked to one of the sales reps. I explained the situation, and he actually was able to talk me through a way to do it with the gear I already had for about $20. So hats off to B&H Photo for some very honest sales behavior, and I really like it. Anyway, so this is me now speaking on Wednesday afternoon at 4 p.m. in my basement, which is also a reason this video got delayed. As I said before, the next two periods are going to be the video from me at the time. So it's going to sound a little weird, but the fact that I can do this at all is actually kind of cool. And this is a new thing for me to deal with. Maybe next time I'm going to get into some podcasting. Anyway, here we are. It's 0-0. I'm going to pretend not to know who won this game. I guess anybody watching this video probably knows who won this game too, if they were there. But here we go. Molly Sullivan pushing the puck down. Hard shot, but it doesn't go. Icecats collect. One weird dynamic that's going to come from this little caper I pulled off is that you may hear in some quiet moments my voice in the background being picked up by the main mic. You're not going to hear it very loud, nowhere near as loud as I'm speaking now. But in some of the more quiet moments, you might hear my voice from the other microphone that's on the ice. You might not. I wouldn't worry too much about it. The other thing, from a technical point of view, for all our technical fans out there, this is coming in at 4K. If you're watching this on YouTube, it's in 4K. If you're watching it on the Huddle website or the Huddle app on your phone, it's not in 4K, it's in 1080p, which is about 1/4 the resolution of 4K video. Though 1080p, which is what we do on even on Huddle and much of our YouTube videos, but not today, 1080p is roughly double what you're seeing on your normal television when you're watching normal high-def television, whether that's news or sports or whatever it is you watch. Anyway, we're back here. It's been, I would say, a little more than even so far. I think the Lady Islanders have controlled the puck in the Icecat zone more than the other way around so far, but there's a lot of hockey left. Two very even teams. Lady Islanders have played the Icecats twice this year already. This is the third time they've played. And they play pretty even. The first two games were split 1-1. So it's not surprising to anybody that this is going to be a close game. A little worried about my levels here. I might be a little too loud. Make a little adjustment on the fly here. It's not very professional of me, but you know what? This is still an amateur production. So you might notice my voice just got a little lower. It's just made a minor adjustment on my input level here. In order to do this with the mic at home, I had to use a device that I can sit on my shelf for a number of years that my son bought years ago when he was into keyboards. Didn't use it for years, and when I talked to the guy at B&H, he explained to me what I needed. I said, wait a second, I already have one of those. He said, that's great. We can use it. You can save yourself a couple $100. which no doubt will go towards other audio-video spending for this crazy hobby. Back to the game here. A lot of back and forth. Icecats now controlling the puck a little better than Lady Islanders and keeping it in our zone a little more. Molly Sullivan takes a hard shot, but doesn't go through. About 8.5 left in this first period. I really like the Darien ice rink. Not super fancy, not over the top, but the stands were nice. A little bit higher view would be better. As you can see, most of the view that what we're seeing here is through the glass, which is never great. But it's pretty damn good. And I love the burgers and pies restaurant, although I didn't get to eat there. But it seems perfect for an ice rink. No one's sitting down at Lutece during an ice hockey game, but burgers and pies make perfect sense. I assume when they say pies, they're referring to pizza pies. Line change here. As most people probably know, the Lady Islanders this week will be back at Harvard. Similar, but not the same teams. I saw the schedule. We're playing the Golden Seals again. I think we've beaten them once and they beat us once this season. I think we're also 1-1 against them, so that'll be a bit of a grudge match. The other two teams I think we're scheduled to play, I don't recognize. Similar to the first tournament, I'm not going to get up there till Saturday night. There's a possibility, though not a certainty, that I'll make it to that 7 p.m. game and get the video up and running, but I think it's going to be hard. I'll probably make it to the game, but not be able to video because I'll get there too late. Yeah, this is definitely making me want to do some podcasting. Maybe someone should do a 14U girls hockey podcast. Follow all the big teams, talk about the coaches. There's our first penalty. With the first penalty, it's the first time for me to talk about my opinion on the no icing rules here in 14U girls hockey. It's ridiculous. It's also the case in the boys. It's not the case in high school, at least not in girls high school. It's a pleasure to watch those games. Last night I had the displeasure of watching the Islanders Rangers first preseason game against each other. Rangers won 3-1. It was 2-0 going into the third. The Islanders put one in about halfway through the third period. With about a minute and change left, they pulled their goalie, and unfortunately the Rangers scored on an open goal. Meanwhile, the Icecats doing a nice job here, keeping the puck in the zone, and as I say it, we see an icing call. The cause for the technical problem I had was that even though we got to the rink plenty early, there was someone sitting in the spot that I wanted to record in from the video. I was a little too polite to ask him to move. In retrospect, I probably should have. And then when I set everything up, I had to really rush to get everything set up. And when it comes to this video stuff, almost every time something goes wrong. Usually with enough time, I can fix it, figure out the problem and fix it. This time I didn't realize it was a problem until the sort of middle of the first period. My audio was actually not completely lost. It was sort of awful and garbled. If I played it on here, it would sound terrible. But in a number of spots, you hear me saying things like, I know I'm talking right now, but I'm not at all sure that this is going to work. I'm not sure anyone's going to hear me. So I said that 4 or 5 times. It gets pretty boring. But I had a feeling something wasn't working right when I was there. And then in between periods, I figured it out. Here we are, 39 seconds left in the power play. Icecats doing a nice job of keeping it in our zone and keeping the pressure on, but not getting any real tough shots off during this power play. This level, there's no doubt power plays make a difference. They don't make the kind of difference they do in the professional or other such levels. Even high school, I see a huge difference in sort of the advantage picked up from a power play versus a 14-year. Face-off one, but quickly gets a shot, frozen by Jess. Back to the face-off. Notice my daughter Caroline here with the Boston Bruin gloves. This is the last time you'll be seeing those Boston Bruin gloves. So I'm happy to report that the Islanders gear came in, so she'll have now the appropriate Islanders colors. Don't get me wrong, I like the Boston Bruins stuff. I'm not a Bruins fan, but she played for the Great Neck Bruins enough that I became fond of the whole thing. But it's a whole lot easier for me to like the Islanders, since I am a bona fide Islander fan. Power play over, but Lady Islanders still can't punch it out of the zone. There's Caroline, punches it out, but unfortunately picked right up by an Icecat. Okay, watching this, it's easy for me to be critical of my own videoing work. I need to be a little quicker with the movements here. I'm dragging the puck way too much. But it's still fun to have this. You know, it's great for the girls to watch it afterwards, great for the coaches and the parents to watch it. I think the real value of all these videos that I've done is, as much as they don't appreciate it now, in 20 years from now, hopefully not much sooner, these girls are going to have their own kids that are playing hockey or playing sports or doing anything. And to be able to show their kids all these videos, which presumably will still be sitting on YouTube or whatever predecessor company comes for YouTube after Google goes bankrupt or whatever's going to happen in the future. I imagine these videos will still be there, and the girls will be able to show their kids and even their grandkids many years from now these videos. I couldn't imagine having every video of all the sports I played as a kid. Not only having the video, but having it readily available on something like YouTube, where you just type in a few keywords, it pops up, and you're watching in 2 seconds. I speak now to that next generation. So hopefully, if I'm speaking to my grandchildren here, Caroline's kids, as crazy as that sounds, hopefully you're enjoying this. And come find you old grandpa, thank him for doing this right now. I'm probably sitting behind some totally futuristic, awesome computer doing some sort of video work for the grandkids right now. I think that as wacky as some of the play-by-play is when I'm at the game, sitting in my basement by myself, might get even more wackier. Love to hear any comments people have in the comment box below here on YouTube of how good or bad this the dubbing audio is for this first period. Hope I don't like it too much. I'm not going to sit here and do the next 2 periods like this. What I could do, I guess, is I could do the play-by-play. It's kind of funny. I can do the play-by-play on the game, and then I can do the color commentary at home. So it basically would be like myself doing two tracks of audio. You have to be a real dork to think that's interesting. But there's probably a couple closet ones on this team. Dean is already proving to be interested in this sort of nonsense like me, which I like. There are more, though. There are some more parents that haven't come out of the closet yet with their interest in video and electronics and audio video and the nonsense we do here. There are some closeted geeks that hopefully we'll be hearing from soon. The Shameless Shots production is always in need of more volunteers. We can find things for everyone to do. About 3 minutes left in this period, and then you go back to the live audio. I know you all feel terrible about that. We've had a very even period here. I think that the beginning of the period, from a time of possession and time in the zone point of view, I think was dominated, or at least won by the Lady Islanders. The middle of the period, particularly when that power play happened, definitely went the other way. And now it's been about even here towards the end. Lady Islanders controlling the puck, but not the usual problem of not getting a lot of good shots on goal. Again, Lady Islanders working hard to advance the puck. Molly Sullivan gets it into the nice shot, but handled nicely by the goalie. Beautiful shot. Beautiful backhand. Which is exactly what we need, but we need about 10 of those per period. Just keep putting pressure on the goalie. I might take a selfie of myself sitting here doing this right now. I can pop that into the video for anyone who really wants to see it. And I guess anyone that doesn't want to see it is going to see this too. All right, I'm going to pop that in. I'm going to pop that in right about now. 1.5 left. So there I am. Yep. And yes, the headphones are necessary. Anyone's asking. I can explain. Well, I'll explain now. I hear the audio of the game. It's important to hear the audio. I don't mean the voice, but I mean the actual girls on the ice audio through the headphones. If I played that through the regular speaker, it would go back into the mic and you'd have a reverb situation. So since I'm doing the mic, I don't want to hear. I don't want the game audio going through the microphone, which is why I have the headphones on. It's also because it looks cool. Again, decent puck control here. Decent time of possession. We're just really not able to get a lot of good shots. And that's really been the Lady Islander problem all year. I don't need to tell Coach Rob and Coach Mark that. They know that. They don't need to be hounded by the media. As the season goes on, we're going to add some features. I have a wireless mic. I'm actually using it now for this, but I have a wireless mic that we can put on the bench. If we ever had an injured girl or someone else on the bench, we can have the wireless mic on the bench to do sort of in-between period. You can hear the voices of the coaches. We can do interviews with some of the girls. It's pretty fun to do. You can also get post-game interviews with some of the girls, post-game interviews with the coaches. See what they have to say. So these are all features that'll come as the year goes on, as the season goes on. And with that, that's the end of the first period. So in a moment, you're going to be back to live action. All right, folks, here we are for the second. I am fairly certain I was talking to myself there in the first period. It's probably a very quiet first period for you guys here. I'm not sure of it, but I'm pretty sure it didn't have audio. We'll know when I get home tonight. It's a bit of a rush to get this set up today, because the spot we're recording from was full of people when we got here. And it wasn't easy to get here, so it was a rush to get it set up in the last minute. I am fairly certain I was talking to myself that last period. Probably not the first time or the last time I'm sitting around talking to myself in a ice rink. But here we are. We're in Darien, Connecticut. Hopefully not hearing this again for the second time. We're in Darien, Connecticut at the Ice House. It's the Lady Islanders versus the Icecats. Tie 0-0 after the first period, beginning of the second. We've played this team twice already this year. We beat them once, they beat us once, so this is expected to be a close game. Anytime you rush to get this stuff set up, you make dumb errors. I made a dumb error. The channel was off. It happens. I'm fairly certain it's working now, though. I didn't really have anything interesting to say the first period. There were no goals. I would say for the first period, we really controlled the puck in the first half of the period. Towards the middle, they were doing a better job, and by the end, we were doing a better job. This team's in desperate need of offense. We have a strong defensive core, strong goalie. We're in desperate need of offense. I'm not afraid to say that. My daughter's one of the forwards. I think it's obvious to any observer here. That's what we've been lacking so far. It's a long season, a lot of hockey left to play. I know we're going to get better. I actually think we're already getting better. Ooh. Fans very appreciative of that save by Jess. No shots on goal being recorded this game, unfortunately. I don't think the scoreboard doesn't even have an indicator for that. Ooh, I think we're gonna get some sort of call here. Yeah, it's gonna be on the Icecats. At number 11. Power play team coming out for the Islanders. Nothing worse than being in your zone during a power play. You gotta see if we can rectify that here pretty quickly. Puck broken up nicely by the Icecats, but somehow retained by the Islanders. I like that. And quickly frozen by the Icecat goalie. We got 51 seconds left in this penalty. Got some new skaters here for the Islanders. Punched out of the zone by the Cats, but luckily controlled by the Islanders. Dump it in. Unfortunately not able to dump it in. Ooh. That was a close one. I'm not sure that was offsides. I didn't have a great look at it. We can go back and watch this, but I'm not sure that was offsides.
Let's go, Blue!
Sam Richard playing the whole day today at forward, it looks like. Looks like we have four defensemen, 7 forwards. I think when they can, the coach would rather have the forwards have an extra, one out of every 3 lines. One of the forward gets an extra break. It's never great when you're that number, but coach has to manage, and he seems to do that a lot. He'll put the extra skater at forward rather than at defense. Defensive pairings usually a little tighter. Forward lines, you can mix it up. Sam Richard in that position today. Usually a defenseman, but playing up at forward. Looks like the whole game so far. Tara Seward looked to unload there, but got choked up. The more I stare at that burgers and pies sign, the hungrier I get. It's now 3:15, 3:20 here in Connecticut. Didn't really have a great lunch. I'm sure Becky's been thinking about dinner all day, preparing, spending the entire day slaving away in the kitchen. In case it's not clear, I'm being sarcastic. Which would mean this next break here is brought to you by Dynasty Chinese Food in Port Washington, which hopefully I'll be going to tonight for dinner. Dynasty is right on Main Street, next to Louis, right on the water. John's the owner, great guy from Hong Kong. Excellent Chinese food in Port Washington, if you're ever there. Dynasty Chinese. Back to action here. Hard shot, but not on net. Looking to send it up. No icing. That's going to stay down here. Little push and shove in there too. I didn't catch exactly what happened, but I think we got it on camera. Here comes Sam. That's a push. We got some penalty here. Looks like it's going to be a Lady Islander penalty. I don't like that at all. Broken up, and there's the goal. Wow, that was a big breakdown, folks. Big breakdown there for the Lady Islanders. Not sure that goal is wiping out the penalty. We're about to find out. We got 4 skaters on the ice. Coach Mark is not happy about this. Not sure what was said there. Not clear whether... No, penalty was wiped out. We got 5 skaters on the ice. But just like that, it's 1-0. Lady Islanders punched into their zone here. For some reason the goal is not up on the scoreboard. I'm pretty sure that was a goal. Maybe it was called off by the ref. I don't know why that would happen. Could just be a slow finger here on the scoreboard from the operator. But it might not be. Keep an eye on the scoreboard. It's still showing 0-0. Showed like a goal to me, but what do I know? I'm just a cameraman. Got some Lady Islanders on the ice right there. And there's an offsides. That was an easy call. Easy offsides. Five new skaters for the Islanders. Caroline just whiffed on that one. Like to see him get this out of the zone. Zone is cleared, but picked up by the Icecats. Face off in the zone here. Won by the Icecats. Not what you want to see. Good shot. Follow up. Doesn't go in. Scoreboard has been fixed. It's now 1-0 as we expected. I was hoping I missed something, but I didn't. Zone is cleared, but only briefly. That's got to be offsides. And it wasn't. At least it wasn't called. Fresh 5 coming on here for the Lady Islanders. These girls look tired. And unfortunately we got 5.25 minutes till the period break. Oh, that could have been trouble there for the Islanders, but I think it popped out. One thing I can do is I can go back and do the play-by-play back at home. Never done have to do that before, but might do that today. No reason not to. So the play-by-play from the first period you may have heard might have been from me sitting in my house rather than me live here. Maybe I'll try to get Caroline to do it with me. That could be fun. See if I can get her to sit still for a few minutes. Hard shot on goal. Oh! I don't think ref's calling anything there. That was just a little tie-up. I really hope he's not calling anything there. But I'm not certain of it, actually. He might be escorting... oh, yeah. Now, unfortunately, Kindred will be spending some time in the box there. I didn't think that was going to be called for a penalty, but turns out it is. That's not good. Ooh. Got to get past that red line so you can dump it deep. Picked right back up with the Icecats. Get some tempers flaring here. It happens. It happens. Minute 8 left in this penalty. This penalty flag has been going on forever, as far as I can tell. 3 new skaters for the Islanders. For the man down. We need to get out of this penalty without a goal. Ooh, hard shot at goal, but luckily not on. Tough play on the boards here to kill some clock. I like that. Ten seconds left in the penalty. Minute and a half left in the period. Puck stays in the zone. Islanders are chasing the corner right there. Pops out to an Icecat. Uh-oh. Backhand. And there it is. There's the goal. We saw that one coming a mile away. We needed that. We definitely needed that one, folks. And just like that, we are right back in it. Just like that, we are right back in it. Beautiful goal there by the Islanders to tie it up at 1. There comes Taro for another one. Another rush in front of the net, but not able to punch it in. No icing. Went through her legs. 10 seconds left. Hope that's not a tough call for us. Oh boy. Whew. With a second on the clock, Jess does a good job of covering that one up. That would not have been a fun one to end that period. And that'll do it. That's the end of the third. Excuse me, end of the second, folks. We'll be back shortly with the third. All right, folks, we are back for the third. Tie game, 1-1. This should be a very exciting third period. 15 minutes to tick off here. Game brought to you in beautiful 4K video. Wish we weren't going through the glass, but still pretty good. All things considered. Nice rink. Third period is brought to you by the Throgs Neck Bridge. I'm doing my personal best to support that thing. I'm over and back on it so often. We'll all be doing it again next weekend when we all go to Boston for another weekend at Harvard. I'm definitely filling my Harvard quota. That's okay. Haven't seen a schedule yet. I'm not sure what teams are playing. Might be the same type of lineup as last weekend. Might be totally different. We will see. I will likely, again, not get there until Saturday evening. So it's possible if there's an evening game on Saturday, I'll get that, and then any Sunday game. It's also possible that I won't if there's not an evening game. Choate takes on Exeter next weekend in Wallingford, Connecticut. In case anyone's wondering, after losing its first game in 48 straight wins, Choate won this weekend again to Lawrenceville, 43-6. Heading back in, we're now on a one-game winning streak after our 48-game winning streak. There's a hard shot, handled by Jess. As usual, Jess is keeping us in this. Fresh five coming out here, it looks like, for the Islanders. Here comes a push. Oh! Good opportunity there. Good shot, good rebound. Good try there, all around. Pop back out, stayed in the zone for a moment, then taken out by the Lady Islanders. Just like that, it's punched out by the Lady Islanders. There's Laura coming, gets a shot off, doesn't go. Islanders keep it in. Caroline's down, no one at the point unfortunately, but picked up by our defense. Uh-oh, that's trouble, and that's going to be a goal. Not what I wanted to see. Not what I wanted to see. Just like that, we got 2-1. Well, 12 and a half minutes to get another one here to tie this thing up.
scrum in the corner here. Tara tries to pop it out, but it goes to an Icecat. Seawall controls it, gets it out, but it also ends up on the bench. Icecats controlling the puck here off that face-off. Lady Islanders managed to punch it into the zone, but still controlled by the Icecats. It's good to see the Gentlemen Islanders back on the ice. Had a few exhibition games the last few days. The Islanders might be 1-2 if I'm keeping track of that. Haven't watched any closely, but it's good to see them back out there. Got to do a better job of keeping out the zone. That was my daughter, so I can say that. I would say it anyway at this point, but it's easier to say it about my own daughter. Still haven't gotten any word about the dinner plans tonight. Still hoping for Dynasty Chinese. I know it's a little early for me to be carrying on about dinner. It's 3:40 in the afternoon, but what can I tell you? Watching all this hockey is getting me hungry. There's a scrum in the middle of the ice. It's a little dangerous because that pops out. Going to give the Icecats a big opportunity, but happily, Lady Islanders were able to move it forward, but not getting into the zone. Nobody seems to want to control this puck here. Here comes Richard, but Richard only has it for a moment. Icecats are kind of a similar team as the Islanders, I have to say. Scrappy, tough defensively, not going to score lots of goals. It's a well-matched team for us. My guess is we're going to be playing them a few more times this season. Puck is banging around. The Islanders not able to get a good shot off of it. Stuck in the corner there for a moment, and then punched out by the Islanders. Not by, excuse me, by the Cats. There's Caroline chasing. Gets sent around. A lot of bouncing around here at the mid-ice. No one really setting up and getting any shots on goal in a little while here. Now, of course, as I say that, nice block there by the Islanders, but not able to gain control. One thing I know is if we're going to try to come back from a 2-1 deficit, we need to take some shots. Very hard to score goals if you're not taking shots. Scrum in the corner again. Whoop. Unfortunately, it's not a penalty. I think she just fell on her own. That's not going to be called, obviously. Oh boy. Beautiful shot, but nicely handled by Jess. Way too much action in front of this goal right now. Way too much action. Oof. We need to get the puck the hell out of the zone. Come on, Caroline. There she goes. I don't even mind the icing. I don't even mind the icing right there. We got new skaters on the ice. And we got a stoppage of play. Perfectly happy with that one. Six and a half or so left in the game. I don't really know Coach Mark's philosophy on pulling goalies. We might be finding out here sooner rather than later. Certainly hope not. I'd like to see him punch one in here. There was a nice opportunity. Oh, Laura. Good opportunity for Laura, but she couldn't get a handle on it. Couldn't put a hard shot on goal. And Kindred goes down. That's not a good look. Wow, that was lucky. That puck was dangling around in front of the goal there. It's like we got the forwards changing here. Back in the Lady Islanders zone here. But here they come. Boy, do we need some offense here. Sam Richard trying to put it in. Not able to get a shot off and collected by the Icecats. It's not going to be icing. Has to be played. I think that was Blake that picked it up there to Sam. There comes Molly. And punched out. Luckily collected by an Islander. Still using the practice jerseys. Game jerseys haven't come yet. Eager to see those.
Let's go, Idols!
4:46 to go here. I know I talk about this a lot, but a timeout here from Coach Mark. Let these girls collect themselves, get a breath would be a good idea. Maybe you save that a little longer, but maybe save that to when the goalie's pulled. If he's going to pull the goalie. And ooh! Wow, a lot of action here in front of our goal. But it gets punched out. Nice shot by Laura. Not able to punch it in though. There's a hard shot, but it's off. Blake collects it, sends it up, but sends it right to an ice cat. Kindred back to handle it. Comes loose. Courtney is able to push it forward. Chopping with it. Looks like we had a nice opportunity for a shot there, but it didn't go. There's Courtney sending it in. Gotta be there, Caroline. Whew. Glove saved by Jess. 2:49 to go. Boy, do we need a goal here. To state the obvious. The shot here, put the shot on. Oh! Not able to get it on goal. That was a lot of nice opportunity, but couldn't put it on goal. We can't be taking a trip down the ice like that and not be able to put something on goal. But here we go, another opportunity. And there it is. There's the clincher, folks. That'll make it 3-1. And an exhausting looking Islander team can only watch as that third goal goes in.
Let's go, Isles. Come on, girls.
Minute 42 here, down by 2. I don't expect Coach Mark to pull Jess, but that might change if we punch one in, but unfortunately not able to. It's about 88 degrees out right now. It's fun to be sitting here looking at all the fans in winter jackets and hats. I believe tomorrow is the first day of fall. At least won't feel so crazy to be walking around in winter coats during hockey, during the fall season rather than during the summer season. And ooh, that was close. That could have been a real killer. Walking out of here 3-1 with our heads high doesn't bother me too much. 4-1, I'm not going to love it. Broken up there by Tara Seawald. Over to Molly, there's a beautiful opportunity, and there it is. Tara Seawald to Molly. That's exactly what we needed. Tara Seawald to Sullivan. And with that, we have a minute to go. This is where Coach Mark has to make some decisions. My vote is he pulls her, but he's not doing that yet. Maybe he'll want to see if he can win the face-off first. And there's a timeout. Good. Jess is over on the bench to participate in the timeout. Not clear to me whether he's telling her to stay out. I think he she's getting a drink. I think she's not coming onto the bench quite yet. All eyes on Jess here. Minute 3 to go. Jess is going back to her goal. My guess is we're going to want to, Coach Mark wants to see if we can win the face-off and get it into the Icecat zone before he takes her off. But hopefully once he does do that, once we do that, he is going to pull her right off. Face-off won by the Cats. Dumped into the Islander zone. Not letting Jess get off. And there she goes. Jess is off. Another skater comes on. Didn't see who that was. But we got 6 skaters on the ice. That's Molly. Molly Sullivan back on the ice. We got a 6-on-5 situation here. On the goal empty. Three to 2. Pops out. Not able to get it back in. A lot of bodies. And gets punched out. Heading down ice. That's going to be icing. 13 seconds left. Good call on the icing there. We needed that call. 12.7 seconds. Face-off will be in the Icecat zone. Icecat mascot has his mask off there. I think even the ref there is giving Tara a hand, telling her where to stand. Oh, and the zone is cleared. That could be trouble. It's not going to go in, but it is not going to be enough. And that's going to come to an end. And with that, it's a loss 3 to 2. Good game. We play the Icecats tough. My guess is we'll be playing them again. Close game. Well, with any luck, the first period sounded okay. I might stop by at a micro center, pick up a microphone on the way home to be able to do that. Why the hell not? But with that, folks, hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next weekend at Harvard. For now, it's David Seamus from Seamus Shots Productions saying goodbye. Lady Islanders fall to the Connecticut Icecats 3 to 2.